because all of our show today is about wine and chocolate, and that means Ruth and Howard have to join us. I know that they're hard at work on their next cookbook together. And it's
cool.
going to have some cooking and some wine tips. So we're going to have to find out what's going on with that. But Ruth and Howard are, good friends. They're husband and wife food and wine team. Howard is a wine expert. He's, practically grew up in the wine industry. And Ruth is the author of the Gourmand award-winning recipe book, Cooking with Love, Ventures into the New Israeli Cuisine. Of course, you can get it on Amazon and all those websites, online stores, but you can go right to her website, RUTHMILSTEIN.com. She's also one of our featured columnists in Eat, Drink, Be Merry magazine.com. And actually, you can listen to interviews with her and Howard on that website as well. So, Ruth, how are you doing?
I'm very good. How are you?
Good, good. I'm good to have you back on the show. Happy New Year. Happy 2013.
Hi, Lisa. Hi, Nancy. Happy New Year.
Hey, Howard. How are you?
Fine. How you guys doing?
Well, good, good. We're excited about this. So, Howard, I know that you're writing wine tips for Ruth's next cookbook, right?
Yeah. That should be very much, a lot of fun.
I think this is going to be good. And, Ruth, are you still working on it being healthy, more of a healthy style, just like you did with Cooking with Love?
Yes, healthy. This book going to be for family, like family style, American, Mediterranean, and from around all the world, because I like to cook from different culture. I mean, let's taste everything.
I want to ask you each the big question of the day, which is, what is your favorite kind of chocolate, whether it's a cookie, a chocolate bar, a cake ball, chocolate cake ball, whatever it is, what's your favorite, and what are you going to pair with it to drink? Okay, it could be anything. It could be wine. It could be coffee. It could be anything. And then what are you going to listen to when it comes to music while you're enjoying your food, your chocolate and drink experience?
I'll go with dark chocolate, 1 or 2 square, no more than that. And, of course, wine or champagne.
Ooh.
Yes. And
what type of wine, Ruth?
Wine,
probably
like Cabernet.
Cabernet
Sauvignon, yes. My darling husband.
Wait a minute,
pick it for me.
What about... wait a minute. What about Giuseppe and Louisa, Martinelli Red Zin?
Oh, if we have it.
If we have it,
we still have it in our cellar.
Yeah.
And the music, I believe Mozart.
Always Mozart.
Mozart, I love Mozart, Beethoven.
Gary Puckett.
Now I love Gary Puckett. He introduced me to
Oh,
him.
you see, here it is with Gary Puckett. Okay, so Howard, we're going to start with you. What are you going to eat and drink listening to Gary Puckett?
Without a doubt, a piece of dark fudge chocolate cake, which Ruth usually gets for my birthday, and it's all fudge.
What about make it for your birthday?
And she makes it, yeah. She makes it sometimes.
Yeah. Well, aren't
dark
you lucky?
Fudge, yeah.
Just talking about fudge, yep, I love my
you
fudge.
Like it too.
Yeah, and so what are you? Okay, you've got the fudge going. So now what are you gonna have with that with the fudge cake?
Oh, we'll put up if we have available, and one of those Martinelli Zins are great.
But yeah, you do have to have a good one, and that, to me, I think that's the whole enjoyment of the process of wine tasting is developing your palate, and you need to put a lot of practice into it.
You do. That's the best part.
All right, so your music, are you going to listen to Gary Puckett while you're having your zin and your fudge cake?
Well, you know what I just had on before, which might be a good alternative. Once in a while, I love so many different types of music. I was just listening to Boy George. You like him?
No way, really?
Yeah.
Wow, I remember him from when I was in high school.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he was a big deal when we were in England in the early 80s.
He didn't age. He looks the same.
They wrote some very good tunes, good new wave type of stuff, but very catchy melodies and good words.
When I looked at the photo of the chocolate cake balls, Nancy took a look too. It automatically looked special, and it was because you put candies all around it. It looked so cool for Valentine's Day.
Yes.
It's just like little nibbles instead of like, I'm going to eat the whole cake.
Yeah, but you see what is inside this ball? It's everything that you have at home. You don't have to go to the market. You don't have to buy it. I mean, everybody has dark chocolate.
Can you put rum in these chocolate cake balls?
Yes, rum is even better than brandy. You can put any liqueur that you desire.
Been to expand my ball making.
But once you put the liqueur or the brandy, don't give it to children. So if there are children around, just half of the mix.
For me, I have to say one of our favorite things, and you were talking about fudge earlier, one of the best experiences we've had is really the fudge. There was this fudge recipe, but it was actually the port that we had.
Yep. Yeah, I was going to mention right after Ruth was finishing about the ports, because there are some amazing, delicious ports that go with the chocolate fudge. Actually, because some people might prefer port over anything.
What makes a port versus a red wine? And by the way, let me just tell everybody, I just remembered it, and I looked it up on Google. It's Messina Hof Winery. I'm serious. And they've got a great cookbook they did on the winery. They're one of the most romantic wineries, too. But Messina Hof Winery, seriously, check them out.
If they're aged in wood, they're usually less expensive, and they're not considered vintage ports, whereas the vintage port is a particular year, and it sits in the bottle for a while. And that, it evolves in the bottle, and that gives you that beautifully rich, full-bodied taste. And then whereas you can spend a little less money and get a vintage-style port, which would be aged for 5 years, 10 years, and they put them in wood, so it gives it more structure earlier, so you can drink them much younger. And you're right, there are also Tawny ports, which have like a brownish-purple color, and they have that hazelnut caramel flavor. But a lot of people, most people prefer ruby ports, although I'll tell you, there are some great Tawny ports. If you haven't tried them, you should try them. Tawny ports are delicious also. They have a nutty flavor.
I love a good port, and you know what? I have to say, I want to ask Nancy this before I say this, but what is your choice of chocolate? And because you haven't answered this question yet, Nancy.
I used to make, when we did fondues, I used to make a chocolate sauce out of cherry liqueur and dark chocolate and some cream.
I remember this.
And you put it in the fondue pot and just let it melt there. And then you dip in mandarin oranges, strawberries, or angel food cake.
But and musically, I want to listen to Diana Krall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't heard her in a while, but she's
me neither.
Nice
and I was just thinking of her, and I'm like, she would be great music. All right, so you brought up Madeira wine, which I haven't thought about for a long time. I think about Madeira cake once in a while.
Yes, a nice vintage Madeira. Again, we're always talking about, because the one I take, the ones that are really amaze you are the vintage, like 20, 15 years, but they're more expensive. We always come back to that. It's unfortunate, but like the really good, well-aged Madeiras can blow your mind, Lisa. I'm telling you. You'll be amazed by the taste of some of those Madeiras. I was shocked. I mean, I hadn't had a Madeira in a long time, and then we tasted one maybe about 6 months ago at a tasting, and man, was it delicious. And it was not, it was one of those 15-year, 20, 30-year-old Madeiras, and boy, were they good, especially with the dessert and the chocolate. Really tasty. Nice.
What would you pair with Ruth's chocolate cake balls? Especially if it's someone that's, wait a minute, it's my first time to actually, make anything chocolate. What if, it's a girl or a guy trying to impress their date for Valentine's, going, okay, I'm going to make something. Ruth's recipe sounds easy. Maybe they don't even know, the date so well that, they're thinking, okay, we don't know what their taste is in wine. What is something that would be a crowd pleaser kind of thing?
Well, it's just so happens
you could have a crowd at your Valentine's.
It just so happens that I guess I'll be putting a plug in for this new wine. It's called Turley Cellars. They just came out with a Cabernet Sauvignon. All they make usually are high-end Zinfandel, red Zins, and this Cabernet would be the first thing I'm thinking of right now because I can taste it in my mouth. It's full-bodied, but it doesn't appear to give you that fullness. It's not heavy, but it's big and rich and soft. Remember, in the article I mentioned that you shouldn't have too many harsh tannins, and this one, it coats your mouth, but that is a winner. Look for Turley Cabernet Sauvignon on the Internet.
Yeah, the Internet's got everything on it. It sure does. Well, I want to thank you both for joining us, and I hope you have a wonderful Valentine's Day, too.
Thank you so
and
much.
have some good chocolate and wine.
Thank you. When is Valentine's Day?
In the February
14th of January.
Oh.
Without shopping.
Okay.
Yeah, really. Take Ruth out shopping, Howard.
No, I'll take her out drinking.
Okay. Well,
we got to go with you. We got to go with you and Nancy together drinking.
Yeah. That was fun.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The next time we see you, though, hopefully, I don't know where, I'm going to show you some wines that you're going to really you'll flip for. You'll be amazed by it. Yeah.
Well, next time we meet, we're going to meet in a vineyard setting.
Oh,
Oh, yes. Sounds great.
Yeah. We're going to do that. We'll make some videos. That'll be fun.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Great idea.
All right. I'm down for
we
that.
work on it. Yeah.
Okay, cool.